Nobody can ever say that you're not a virgin. That's the problem with virginity. This whole idea of like, oh, I want a girl with a low body count, or even if you girls want a guy that's not out here like on an extreme level, you'll never know. You'll never know if they're not a virgin. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So what do? You just look at their habits. That's the best thing I can tell you. If you're over here trying to find out if someone's a virgin or is trying to find out if someone is doing X, Y, and Z, you're never going to get all the bodies, all the dates, all the names. Someone can say, oh, they told me, like, I know my part. Not true. Anybody that says, oh, I know my girl, I know she's had 3 bodies, I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. You're you're an idiot. Whatever she says is probably higher than what it is, because women tend to hide, they tend to belittle, they tend to obscure things that they're embarrassed about. Women lie about things and they hide, they lower it. I don't know him, I've never seen him before in my life. No, it was literally nothing. He's just a friend, he's like a brother to me. Men, on the other hand, they exaggerate, they boast, they stretch the truth. They say, oh yeah, oh dude, we hooked up. Yeah, she used to be obsessed with me. That was my pookie, whatever the fuck. That's what men say. So when it comes to body count, if guys are talking about, oh, I used to get a bunch of women, I used to do this, first thing I think is like, okay, cool, whatever. But if they start throwing out numbers, I'm immediately like, cap. I'm going to divide by like 5 or 6. When women say it, oh, I've only slept with 2 guys, I multiply it by 5 or 6. It's not necessarily like, the correct formula, but depending on where you live, especially if it's in a large city, whatever it is, I multiply like by 10 sometimes. Look, that doesn't matter though. I've dated girls that have had very large body counts, genuinely, like they've told me they've slept with a lot of people, and I've dated girls that I could tell they didn't sleep with a lot of people. And I'll tell you something, when you have somebody in your life and they respect you and they love you, whether they have a large body count or not, they're going to listen to you more, they're going to mold to you more. Now, if you meet a girl that slept with hundreds of, like Lily or Bonnie Blue or whatever those girls are, it's going to be a little hard. The intimacy is not going to be real. And that whole mindset is broken. Like, I can just go fuck, suck, do whatever. And that's not necessarily good. But if you meet a girl and maybe she's been around a little bit here and there, I'm going to be honest with you. This is like some bad advice that the internet will not really like, but it's truth. You can get anybody to do anything that you want as long as you have the status, the reputation, and the foundation built up for yourself. If you're a guy that really has shit going on for yourself, you can get it to happen. You can get things to work for you. And I'm telling you over and over again, like, a lot of these guys don't understand. Women will respect you. Women will do things for you if they see that you're someone that they can find masculinity in, guidance in, leadership. And guys, on the flip side, actually I should say ladies on the flip side, men will do whatever they want for you as long as you proactively make their life better. You're kind, you're peaceful, you're dynamic in the sense of that you can play the intense role with them and the calm role with them. I mean, it's very much more emotional for women, but if you are worried about body count, you are in level 1 of dating. You are in level 1 of dating. Body count does matter. It does matter. But the reality is you'll never know what someone's body count is by asking them or by looking through their followers. You're only going to understand that through their habits. And the only way that you're going to understand their habits is by living with them, by spending time with them. So it's a gamble. And there's certain red flags that you should look for, and there's certain things that you should avoid. If your partner is going out every single week, if your partner is out late at night every single weekend, if your partner is flirting and liking and messaging a bunch of people, if your partner is showing off a lot of clothing and presenting themselves in a promiscuous manner, yes, their body count, their habits are going to indicate that I'm here, I'm sleeping with a lot of people. But if they're busy, they're working, they're kind of keeping themselves, they're conservative, they don't really engage in too much attention and attraction, they're not trying to constantly lust after people. You can even tell by the way that people look at people, like looking. Guys typically look at everything. But women, if they're looking around or like staring at guys, like you can tell a little bit like, okay, this is what's happening. And if she's not afraid to go talk or she's outspoken, you can assume certain things. You can create these stereotypes, these assumptions in your head. And people think it's wrong to assume. Dude, I assume everything. If I see a car coming at me very fast, I'm going to assume it's going to hit me. If I see a shark in the water, I'm going to assume it's not safe for me to be here. If I see a tiger in my bedroom, I'm going to assume I'm going to die in the next 10 seconds. I'm going to be lunch for the cat. So just understand, anything that people tell you about like, body count, this, that, and third, most of the things that you see on the internet are complete BS because people never know their body count. I don't even know my body count. I genuinely don't know what it is. And that doesn't mean that I'm in the extreme gargantuan numbers. I just don't track that stuff. I just don't keep a running ledger of it. That's also another thing that's weird. I used to do that in like high school. Hey, this is Sarah, and this is Michaela. I used to write the names down. That shit died a long time ago. That's some kid shit. That's level 1 shit. Body count does matter. You're never going to be able to find out what the body count is. So start to be a little bit more constructive in the way that you approach people and look at their habits more than anything else.